Hurricane Sandy. Drill Hurricane Sandy gone live, barreling up the east coast. Meteorologist Chad Myers tweeted, "This is the greatest risk to human life I've ever seen." And he said it's going to park itself stationary for 48 hours whilst throwing out sustained winds of 80 miles per hour. On land. The CNN meteorologist today said this could affect high-rise skyscrapers. With these sort of winds coming at them, there could be much damage. And with the extremely low pressure of this storm system also, and with the astronomical high tide and the wide wind field, this certainly does look a very destructive storm indeed. And in fact it's two storms colliding. You have the hurricane, tropical storm, coming in here, and then you have the Arctic air coming in to meet it, making for a hybrid nor'easter hurricane. The hurricane is massive. I think it's a record one. It's over 2,000 miles wide. And the danger of this storm is that it is underestimated. When it drops down to a tropical storm as it approaches landfall, it still has hurricane force winds within it. Well, technically it is a tropical storm, but it has the damaging hurricane winds. So people may not take this as seriously as they should do. Latest reports from CNN said this is going to affect tens of millions of people with power outages, which could last over a week. With its wide cone of uncertainty, it is due to hit land, I believe, Monday night, Tuesday morning. So I suppose we could call this a Halloween surprise. Very similar to Hurricane Irene last year, which was a big rain producer. And I think it was Vermont where they had a lot of damage, and people are still clearing up the mess now. Things still aren't back to normal. And there was huge water shortage there. Sandy expected to bring life-threatening storm surge flooding to the mid-Atlantic coast, including Long Island Sound and New York Harbor. Wind forecast to be near hurricane force at landfall. Location 32.8 north, 71.9 west. About 270 miles, 440 kilometers southeast of Cape Hatteras, North Carolina. About 570 miles, 930 kilometers south of New York City. Maximum sustained winds 75 miles per hour to a present movement northeast or 50 degrees at 14 mph. Minimum central pressure 951 MB. Tropical storm warning is in effect for Cape Fear to Duck, North Carolina, Pamlico and Albemarle Sounds, Bermuda. In addition, hurricane force winds are expected along portions of the coast between Chincoteague, Virginia and Chatham, Massachusetts. This includes the middle and upper Chesapeake Bay, Delaware Bay and the coasts of the northern Delmarva Peninsula, New Jersey, the New York City area, Long Island, Connecticut and Rhode Island. Tropical force winds are expected north of Chatham to Merrimack River, Massachusetts, the lower Chesapeake Bay and south of Chincoteague to Duck, North Carolina, the northern endpoint of the tropical storm warning. At 2 p.m. EDT today, the center of Hurricane Sandy was located near latitude 32.8 north, longitude 71.9 west. Sandy is moving towards the northeast near 14 miles per hour, and this general motion is expected to continue today. A turn to the northwest is expected tonight and early Monday. On the forecast track, the center of Sandy is forecast to be near the mid-Atlantic coast on Monday night. The hurricane force winds extend outward up to 175 miles from the centre, and tropical storm force winds extend outward up to 520 miles. This is the huge surface wind field with the brown bit, the hurricane force winds inside, and it really is a huge wind field. Looking at the moment as if it's about to make landfall on New Jersey, going through to New York. That'll be Monday night, Tuesday morning. Sandy expected to bring life-threatening storm surge flooding to the mid-Atlantic coast, including Long Island Sound and New York Harbor. Surge-related flooding depends on the relative timing of the surge and tidal cycle and can vary greatly over short distances. Given the large wind field associated with Sandy, elevated water levels could span multiple tide cycles, resulting in repeated and extended periods of coastal and bayside flooding. In addition, elevated waters could occur far removed from the centre of Sandy. Furthermore, these conditions will occur regardless of whether Sandy is a tropical or post-tropical cyclone. Rainfall totals of 3 to 6 inches are expected over far northeastern North Carolina, with isolated maximum totals of 8 inches possible. Rainfall amounts of 1 to 3 inches with isolated maximum amounts of 5 inches are possible from the southern tier of New York State northeastward through New England. Snowfall accumulations of 2 to 3 feet are expected in the mountains of West Virginia, with locally higher totals tonight through Tuesday night. Snowfall of 1 to 2 feet is expected in the mountains of southwestern Virginia to the Kentucky border, with 12 to 18 inches of snow possible in the mountains near the North Carolina-Tennessee border. Dangerous surf conditions will continue from Florida through the mid-Atlantic states for the next couple of days and spread into the northeastern states later today. It's the latest from the National Weather Service.